Hello and welcome to the next instalment of our A to Z videos on general podiatric conditions and complaints that we see in clinic, and today is the turn of you. And the big one for you is ulcers. Now, what is an ulcer? Well, it is a sore or a break in the skin that fails to heal. And in the foot, that can be quite bad actually. It can involve all the layers of the skin and can even go down to involve tendons, ligaments, and even the bones in the feet as well. So it is a real problem that we do see in clinic. Thankfully, not that often. So how do you develop an ulcer? Well, people at risk are people with peripheral neuropathy. They literally can't feel when they have a wound in their foot, or if they've developed a blister that breaks down, or if they've cut themselves. People with poor circulation, obviously any wound will then fail to heal. Any abnormalities in the bone structure of the foot or muscular structure of the foot. So people with clawed toes, bunions, any arthritic changes within the foot, or people with a muscle imbalance that cause them to walk differently and put more pressure through certain parts of the foot. So patients with peripheral vascular disease, poor circulation to the feet. People that suffer from Raynaud's as well, where the circulation completely shuts off in cold weather. But the big patient group that suffer with ulcers are the diabetic patients. And this really is a problem with diabetes because they tend to have both peripheral neuropathy and poor circulation to their feet. So they don't feel they have a wound, and then it doesn't heal very well either. And with these patients especially, infection is a major concern whenever there is an ulceration on the foot. And in fact, in diabetes, there is now 135 amputations per week in the UK. And sadly, up to 80% of these amputations can be avoided by looking after your feet and preventing that initial ulceration. So what can we do in a general podiatry clinic? We're not diabetic specialists, so we don't deal with the big ulcers. So in general podiatry, what we do is we assess your risk. We look for any abnormalities in the foot. We check your circulation and your sensation, and we can advise you if you are at risk of getting an ulceration, and therefore you can prevent it by checking your feet regularly, going to your podiatrist, getting any pressure points looked at regularly. Anywhere that gets heavy callus or corns, you want to get them checked on a regular basis, especially if you suffer from peripheral neuropathy or peripheral vascular disease. And we can offload these areas either through orthoses, so insoles in your shoes, or by padding certain areas. And if you have a very small ulceration, we can actually dress those and help get those healed by offloading them and giving you the right advice on dressing and looking after your feet. So ulceration is not something we see really commonly, but it can be a big problem. If you've had an ulceration in the past, you really do need to check your feet daily. And if you are at risk or have been told you're at risk of any ulcerations, please get your feet checked on a very regular basis by your podiatrist. It really can save your life. So that is you for ulcers. Now keep an eye on NK Sports Podiatry's Facebook page because they are doing their A to Z of podiatric MSK conditions. Any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I hope everyone has a good day.